Tonight I'm in a zone, a bass jumping, a club pumping, it's hot. These coming in that club cause they won't try. I won't say I gotta feel for you. I pay the whole bill for your little nice. I do my little trick. You know I got something for your little nice.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. Takes it just shy of that end zone. And he'll be out of bounds after a tough return. Offense looking at its own 17 to begin the drive.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants using their first timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Working quickly here.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he put everything he's got behind it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now it's Terry McLaurin on the target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Throw here, 3rd down. He completes it in traffic. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side. They throw it out quick to the left. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First down from the 42. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. And gain 11 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They give to Robinson. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Here we go. Buffalo 18.
Third and long for him here. He's got a man left. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They go play action on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a man right side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense stepping up for first and goal.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space, find those completions outside the pocket.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Working inside the red zone. That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back's way this game, but no results yet. So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Makes the catch. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Giants lining things up. First and 10.
Let's go now. 70 riding. 70 Timberwolves. 60 backwards. 18 Pioneer.
Dart starting with a pass here. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Second and 3 now. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Second and 3 now. They give up the gut to Bigsby. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. And this gets the whole way carry down to the 11-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
From the red zone on first. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see here, 2nd and 19. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Hey, smash. Hammer 11, Hammer 11. Let's go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, and I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchback.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Start to the quick throw left, complete. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Let's go.
Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Robinson on the inside give. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Throwing now, out of the shotgun. Trying for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will set up first and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Here's Robinson. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Call it 4 yards from there, partner, and still some ground ahead. Second and goal coming up.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's second and goal from the 6. He'll work against the blitz. Has it in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
And when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Giants 3. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Offensive line, this is second and 4. Darts out of the shotgun. Johnson once more. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for a New York first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First down, New York.
On first down, here's Dart. And he's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So it's second and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Dart gonna throw again. All in left side. So he won't be able to add anything else on the end of this catch. So it's going to be a completion to the 25.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Dart. Finds him on the slant. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
4 yards. That's another Giants first down. First and goal, Giants.
Okay, ready? 79 Broncos. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the red zone now. Caught just shy of the goal line. And that's a New York touchdown. The Giants make it a one-score game in the first half.
The kicker on for the extra point.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
35-yard run.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. They'll go play action. On him quick, and they bring him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
So it'll be 2nd and long coming up, and that is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. Falcons on top inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. He's going to throw it. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Pass play now. Taking a deep shot here. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
And the fair catch brought in right at the 40.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Complete to his back. Tank Bigsby. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. Give him 24 yards on that one. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Throwing on 1st down. It's Dart. Hits him on the out route. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Had the chance to escape with a pick. Defense got to buckle down now as they line up for second down. Dart setting in to throw here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Third down now. Here's Dart. It's on target to Johnson. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. And the jumpiness cost him 5. First and goal, a little bit tougher here. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he has the New York touchdown. The Giants take the lead just before halftime. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
35-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. He's going deep to the left side. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Corey Black has got it. And the Giants make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. One last play before the break. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's stuck on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And the Giants hands team secures the football. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Now Dart. Completed to his running back. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Escapes the pocket. Complete over the middle. Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. That was Xavier Watts getting in there defensively. Throwing on third. Here's Dart. Looking right, and he finds it. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. From the red zone on first. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Giants make it a 10-point ball game. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Returnable from the 1. He'll head out of bounds on the return. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Get wide. 70 Lions. 10-60.
Back now, pressure coming. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. He gets loose down the right side. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They're throwing it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
He's got it near the 8. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Drawing up the design keeper. He gets 2 there, and it sets up 2nd and goal from the 5.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the 2nd half with some needed points. Up the middle, and somebody blocked it. The Giants has it. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Hits the 20. And he is into the end zone. So they steal 2 points on the block kick and return.
It's far from this kicker's first NFL campaign, but I bet you it's one of the first kicks he's seen turn into points on the other side. Hey, listen, fault is shared by everybody, but I'm sure he'd prefer this to be the last time it happens in his lengthy career.
And the Giants' hands team secures the football. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the third quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did he say no?
No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. That play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Dark from the pistol. Rolling left, buying some time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants go up by 12. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Motioning him from the slot right. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. So they get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2. When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he is down to the 30-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Gets his running back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 right here. 16 average.
He's dropping back to throw. He's inside the 10. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shave some off the deficit late in the quarter.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With your route, check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Design quarterback run here. And he reaches the end zone, so the two-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6.
Falcons 28.
Wow, still a full quarter left and down only a score, but here comes an onside kick. And the Giants' hands team secures the football. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Yeah, these numbers, Kate, they're pretty clear. It's hard to recover these onside kicks. Nice job there by the fielding team, but you see why the rules committee, right, the competition committee constantly searching for maybe new creative ways, because it is just so hard to get that ball when the other team's prepared for the onside kick.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Darts out of the shotgun. Has it downfield, working the left. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains. Dose of the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And they just get the play off. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 4th quarter. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Giants with the ball trying to close out what would currently be a win. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
70 ready. Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They work against the blitz. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Dart going to throw again. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Giants stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 4th total score of the game.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
79 Broncos.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
Falcons 28.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going play action. Headed out right. This is complete to Duvernay. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. His charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions.
This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
On 1st down, here's Dart. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. Here's Dart. Into the hands of Bigsby. Complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and short. He has the burst over the middle. And they will be on the verge of a touchdown here, partner, as he pushes this down to the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal. From the red zone now. It in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants have likely locked up the win right there. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants go up by 19. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was running Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Again to throw on second. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's third down.
You know, I say this all the time. We get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
To the air on third and long. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he drives this forward to the 6. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 6-yard line.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down. And
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. We go with a design keeper. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Now can't blame them looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down.
Here we go.
And they stop it. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Hey,